Whew. Should have put her name and her phone number up in this bitch. Would have been a lot better. This is gonna be a quick one. I don't even know what we're doing right now. 32 ouncer. Should be fun. All right. Ooh. It's me, Yogi Diesel, back with episode 10, Beer Quest. Today, being as it's episode 10, I thought I'd do something a little special, a little different, something big. That's right. Big. Just one. Just one flavor for today. So, off draft from a tap room, we have Southern Tier's Nitro Hot Cocoa. 10%. I got this from the Urban Tap located in Shadyside, and they also have another location in Southside. This is both based in Allegheny County, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Well, seems alright. Oh, fuck, that's cold. I'll put it in the freezer. So this should be a blast. Let's get that. That imperial stoutness. Just straight chocolate. So I'm gonna pour an actual. Yeah. See, first off, I typically don't do cans, but I have been very excited for the release of this, which was about a month ago. Maybe 2 weeks ago. But the keg was tapped this evening, and this was canned. But I don't necessarily know how a nitro on tap is supposed to be. I guess the best thing to do is always just get it in can. Which I did, but you could see there was... The bartender said she might have done something wrong, forgetting that not realizing it was a nitro? I don't know. So I'm not going to get a lot of that anything. Except it's dark. We're just gonna have to. So I'm just getting a really dark and chocolatey, stouty flavor. And my ear pops, so it's like even harder to smell. Yeah, I'm thinking she might have done something wrong because the beer tastes flat. Kind of just syrupy without the carbonation. Very dark chocolate. Very. Again, one of those deceiving Southern tier 10 percenters. I'm sure if once I see it on can at the beer store, I'll pick it up and do an even better review. I mean, because there's nothing. Sad face. Well, not her fault. Not a big deal. Wasn't, you know what I mean? So, for what it is, as it's going down, Imperial all the way. The alcohol is there. That heavy chocolate is there. I mean, I damn near would love to know what it tastes like at room temperature. The burp. Excuse me. Everything for aftertaste and it's smooth. It's just got that little bit of that dark chocolate rush in the beginning with the 10%. I mean, I don't want to say, but it's some sweet motor oil. So again, this is something you eat a meal. You don't want to drink a bunch of beers. This is one of those, I gotta go. Like, I have time to show up at a function or the bar or whatever, the little get together with friends. You know, eat a couple of chicken wings and nacho chips, and they want you to sit down and have a beer or whatever. Boom, this is it right here. Drink a nice full pint of this shit. you will be feeling excellent. I know I'm already starting to feel it. Not much more I could say. I will definitely look for it at the beer store, pick it up just to do another dedicated review. Maybe in the future of doing this, it'll just be Beer Quest special. But this still counts as episode 10. New beer, new review. That's how it works. So, if you're ever in the Pittsburgh area and yeah, I know, right? You might not want to get one of these. Or probably just get a non-nitro. That could probably have a lot to do with it. I can't really say. I mean, it's only been like 4 hours. So, a beer, because I've had these before. Not this, but I've had canned draft beer. So, yeah. I'll get better at these things. But like I said, you could look it up. There's one in Shadyside, Pennsylvania. There's one in Southside, Pennsylvania. The one in Shadyside is home of 100 taps. I don't want to say that all 100 are working all at once. Probably. But who knows? Relatively, 100 beer taps to choose from. And of course, I'm sure they got bottles of domestic and some local brews. And I'm not too familiar with the South Side. I do know that they got about maybe 20 or 40 It says with over 140 drafts. So one location for sure has 100, so that must mean the other location has 40. I like that. Who wrote this? Most beers are best enjoyed fresh. Well, no shit. And it's not all that, you know. Filled fresh, drink fresh. God, whoever. without the carbonation, it really is drinking fucking cold motor oil. It's kind of funny. I'll have to say something when I go in next. But other than that, if you're drinking it right there on the spot, I'm sure it's bomb. So go there, order food, appetizer, dinner, drinks, tip your waiter, tip the bartender, enjoy yourself, don't make an ass of yourself, just have a good time. So until next episode, I'm Yogi Diesel. The quest will continue. You ain't gotta quit what you're doing, but this show is over. Whew. I don't. I've gotten halfway. There's no way I'm gonna drink the rest of this. Was a bummer. There's no way I'm drinking 32 ounces. I'll barely be able to finish this cup. I ate a full meal. 3 eggs, steak, broccoli, and carrots. Plus it was a right after a good 24-hour fasting. I'm just waiting for this shit to start to kick in, huh? That was a lot. So let's see, what do we want to do next time? I think I know. So yeah, after the Oktoberfest, there's quite a few beers There's quite some beers in there that I'm thinking I need to get to. So what I'll do is I will grab these beers, and then I'll have other beers as kind of a retainer, just in case I crack open one of these that have been in there for a year. So there are some pretty I'm like, holy shit. Some of these beers do go bad. Most of them do. So, yeah, learning experience, huh? But so yeah, learning from the Oktoberfest, the best buy dates and stuff like that, or when the beer was was released. Certain beers have a certain amount of time. Some are meant to just be released and as fast as possible be bought. Which is kind of funny because like most beer typically sells. The things that I'm more worried about is when you go to the beer store and you buy specific beers. You know, Evil Twin has those super exotic pints. And at my beer store, they're $10 a pint. But the alcohol content is like crazy 13, 15.7 or something. I don't want to give names to, you know. But it's like, how many people are actually buying those? How long have they been there? See, on the quest, I've been so focused on just buying beer. Getting the beer, drinking the beer, getting understood with the beer. And then on that sixth beer, or if Turtle has one or two, on whatever that last beer, I give my honest opinion. Of course, I make it seem like, oh, it's my first time having this beer. That's why I say, if it comes in a 4-pack or a 6-pack, that's how I got it. But there are times that I buy like mix, like the sweet water was 4 different flavors with 3 of each, which I would have to say surprisingly was very cool. At first I was like, 3 beers. But in the end, you know, if you're only trying to review, you only really need like 1. Two's good. Drinking 5, ugh. Because there's been quite a bit that I have bought a full 6-pack of a beer and was just like, I don't even, like, I gotta drink that. Like, there's one from Evil Twin in my fridge that's been in there damn near the longest. Or close to. But I think that might do good. I don't know. I could be fully wrong. It might be one of the next ones just to be like, to continue the high alcohol content. The problem with this that I'm running into is I had already stocked up on so many different beers, but most of the beers that I drink are genrealized as like dessert beers, sweet beers. Like, why would people complain like, well, that shouldn't even be a beer? Blah, blah, blah. Whatever. But you know what? Porters, stouts, they exist. And some of these porters, some of these stouts, they're chocolate, they're caramel, they're vanilla. This is Hot Cocoa by Southern Tier. Does it taste like hot cocoa? No, it's fucking 45 degrees. It's cold as shit. You know, I can't help that the bartender fucking did something wrong with whatever her canning or pouring or something, that there's like no CO2 or nitro or whatever. It's just fucking flat beer. And I only got it, like I said, 4 hours ago, 4.5 hours ago. Still 10%. I'm just gonna drink it because I paid for it, so. But there were 99 other beers to choose from. I'm sure I could have chose a better one for her to probably can for me. Like, I don't know if she was supposed to throw a little nitro cap in there and then can it. She was trying to explain shit, but anyways. So my channel, my reviews, my beers, I guess the beer that I'm going to review, it might be biased to a lot of people. They wonder why I only do these same old beers. It's what I like. I don't like IPA. And like a Pilsner lager, eh. I really like to stick with flavored ale. I like to get thicker and go into the porter, and I do like stouts. So, and I prefer